XRP, Cardano, XLM, and a handful of others have massively outperformed the crypto markets in just the last 1 week alone. But just how much higher can they go, and what is the real secret reason behind why they are pumping? Well, in this video, I'm going to answer both those questions, and I'm also going to show you how we can make the most of understanding this secret reason why they're pumping and use it to our advantage to identify coins that are going to see massive gains in just the next few weeks. Hit that like button and let's get into today's video. Now guys, if you've been involved in crypto over the last 6 to 12 months and you suddenly turn on cryptobubbles.net today, you're going to be like, wow, that's a bit weird. What on earth has been going on? We've got XRP, XLM, Cardano, Dogecoin, Sand, HBAR, all absolutely pumping in just the last 1 week. But why on earth are they pumping? And if you're holding XRP, you're like, well, isn't it obvious? XRP for years has struggled against the SEC and Gary Gensler to win a court case. And now with Donald Trump moving in, we don't have to worry about that anymore, which is why XRP and XLM are pumping. And if you're holding Cardano, you're like, well, yeah. Well, because Charles Hodgkinson, the CEO of Cardano, is now going to be the blockchain advisor for the Trump administration. And if you're holding XLM, XRP, Cardano, and a handful of others, you're going to be like, well, yeah, are all ISO 20022 compliant, and this is going to be really positive for them being implemented into traditional finance systems. Well, all of you might be right, and all of these things are really positive. But why on earth have we got Dogecoin pumping and Sandbox and Mana Decentraland? Because they don't necessarily fit into these same categories. Well, actually, all of these coins are, guess what? From the last bull market. These are some of the top performing coins in the last bull market. And how do I know that this is the real catalyst for growth right now? Well, because if you jump across to Google Trends, which allows you to show the search volume for certain terms, you can see that XRP is at all-time highs for search volume. Cardano is starting to pump back towards previous all-time highs for search volume. And that's because all of the people who were in the last bull market, who suddenly lost money in the bear market, who decided that they weren't going to be a part of the bear market, have decided to suddenly come back into crypto. And what are they buying? They're buying all the coins they know. So if that's you who's just turned up back in the space, welcome back. Now, a lot of these coins have already seen some significant upside, but many of them do have very large market caps. And because of the size of their market caps, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be able to see the 20, 30, maybe even 50 to 100 X's that you're looking for. But don't worry, you're in the right place. Now, a lot of these people have something else in common. They all trade crypto on Coinbase and Binance. And why do they do that? Well, because these are the biggest exchanges that people get to first. And a lot of the smaller market cap coins are yet to see much activity because a lot of the retail who are returning to the market now aren't able to go and buy those smaller cap, less well-known coins on Binance and Coinbase yet. So obviously, to go and find the coins that are going to go and see that next massive pump, we simply need to find the coins that are about to list on Binance. Was that what you're thinking? Well, it should be, because if you can identify a coin that is about to list on Binance, which is actually easier to do than finding one that's going to list on Coinbase, and I'm about to show you exactly how to do it with a free tool. So how on earth do we do it? Well, we could just go across to Binance.com and look for the announcements and wait for one of these announcements to come out. Like this one on the 6th of November, where Binance said that they were going to list Cal Protocol and Cetus. And look, this is the 6th of November. Look what happened to Cetus. It went up 175% in just 2 days. Or what about Cal Protocol? Because as soon as this announcement went live, the price went up 205% in a single day. And yes, it came back down, but you could have taken some crazy profits on this. You literally have 3x your money in a single day if you could have identified this before Binance. But here's the problem. Lots of people far faster to act than us are watching this page with bots and everything set up, ready to press that button. And in fact, Binance as well will go and ape a load of money in, which is also going to cause huge pumps towards the upside on those coins. So really, by the time this announcement goes live, you are too late. But luckily, as you know, I've got a solution for you. And here is the solution. It is dropstabber.com. And here's what's key to understand. Identifying meme coins that are about to list on Binance and Coinbase, you simply need to go and look for meme coins with the biggest increase in volume. But unfortunately, a lot of the meme coins have already pumped significantly by the time they go live, which means you're not going to see such good gains like you can in these utility coins. Now, what Drops tab has is this really handy little tab saying Binance soon. And I know what you're thinking. Is this all the coins that are about to list on Binance? Well, not necessarily, but these are the coins with the highest probability of listing on Binance. And actually, I'm going to teach you to go and sift through these and identify which are going to be the winners. So why are these coins on the list over other coins? Well, if you know anything about Binance, you'll know that Binance also has an investment arm called Binance Labs, and Binance will invest in lots of new crypto projects before they go live on Binance. And if you want to go and look at which projects that Binance Labs has invested in, go to cryptofundraising.info and you can go see all the coins here that Binance Labs has invested in. And some of the most successful projects of all time have been incubated by Binance Labs. Sui, for example, which has been killing it recently. So why would Binance Labs want to list the projects that they've invested in? It's obvious, isn't it? Binance Labs has the biggest trading volumes. If they have coins launched on their platform, typically the market caps go up. Binance Labs, who invested at early seed price rounds, make lots of money back. So what are the criteria for listing on Binance? Well, obviously having a good quality project helps. Also, being backed by Binance Labs helps a hell of a lot, but also being backed by a lot of other solid VC companies and being in the right narratives. The right narratives of this bull market right now, I would say, are DeFi, which is obviously just woken up, meme coins, as we already mentioned, but also gaming, AI, deep in, real-world assets. These are probably the most obvious plays. Now, guys, I've already mentioned all of the projects on this Binance Soon part are all invested in by Binance Lab, as well as other major tier 1 VCs. This is very, very important for listing on Binance, etc., as having major tier 1 VC backing. But what else is the major catalyst that's going to help us to really shorten this list to identify which coins have a very high probability of listing very soon on Binance? Market trading volume. Binance wants to make money. It wants coins that have massive trading volume. Who would have thought, right? Easy. So now we've got a list here already shortened down for us. And if we sort by the 24-hour volume, then we see some very interesting stuff. And in fact, you can then go and look at these projects. I would suggest that you go and look at maybe the top 3, 4, 5 projects on this list. If you wish, you can go and see their volume traded over time. And then you're probably onto some winners. So at the top of the list, you've got what? Puffer. Coming down below, I can see the investors. I click on the investors and I can see major tier 1 VCs. This is pretty key. You can see their Twitter page has 90,000 followers, which is pretty positive. And I can see as a liquid staking protocol, which is what Puffer is, which is DeFi, okay, it is massively outperforming every other kind of competitor across the board, like Eigen, like Jito on Solana. Now, before you rush across to go and buy this, hold your horses, okay? Let's understand how to research a project, whether it looks good or not. What we've done so far is we've shortlisted projects that look good. This means that no longer do you just have to be spoon-fed crypto projects by other YouTube channels, okay? I'm teaching you how to fish for yourself so that you can identify these projects yourself and understand whether they're good investments or not. And if you want to continue to find these smaller cap crypto gems, as well as understanding how to upgrade your skills that are going to help you to make life-changing money during this bull market, then make sure you are subscribed to the House of Crypto and make sure that you have the notification bell turned on so that you can get into those small cap gems before they start pumping. Okay, so House of Crypto link down below. Every single day, I'm teaching you how to fish for yourself in these crypto markets, which in my opinion is the only way to be successful during this crypto bull market because it is incredibly competitive out there. So first things first, what's Puffer doing? Well, the volume is up 200% in just the last 24 hours. Something is going on there. And yes, the price has been pumping a little bit today. All of a sudden, the price has been pumping. But having checked the announcements on Binance, it is yet to list Puffer. But coming back to the announcements, Puffer is yet to get listed at the time of making this video. So this current pump isn't to do with a Binance listing. Okay, we're still safe. We can see a big pump up. Now we're seeing a nice little pullback. Still looks good for us. I'm going to come across to the Twitter page. 355,000 followers is pretty significant. Let's just copy this. We can copy. You can actually come down below, and if you want, you can read some of the news about why we're getting a pump. And in fact, that you can see they've listed on LBank, which is probably behind maybe this pump that we've just seen. Just imagine how much it will pump when it hits Binance. Go to twitterscore.io, paste in that Puffer Finance there, hit the search button. You can come down below. You can see that the follower statistics have been going crazy. Okay, so they've got lots of followers pumping into this, looking at what's going on. You've got Binance as the VCs. You've got massive growth in trading volume. Doesn't it make sense? Okay, this is a very high probability of listing on Binance from what we've seen, and we haven't even looked at the website. So getting across, building the future of Ethereum. Now, Ethereum is a bit of a weird one. We haven't seen much activity on Ethereum recently, but I still think that Ethereum will see some more activity coming in soon, and it is still the largest layer 1 out there. It still has the biggest total value locked on chain. There is literally billions of dollars in that Ethereum ecosystem, and this Puffer Finance has got total staked Ethereum, $9.9 billion of Ethereum is staked on there. You can see various other TVLs that are locked. This platform's already got billions of dollars being stored on it. This is trusted by people with billions and billions of dollars, okay? It makes lots of sense. Come down below, you can read the audits if you so wish. You can see who they're backed by. Binance Labs we got up there. Franklin Templeton, like some of the biggest names in finance and in crypto. Coinbase Ventures as well. And if we come across, you can see that it is yet to be traded on Coinbase. Again, a very positive thing. This means that we can maybe get into it before it lists on Binance and Coinbase. Wouldn't that be a thing? We can ask ourselves, is it a decent narrative? Well, again, liquid staking and all these other things, DeFi is incredibly important, and maybe it comes across into sort of the real world assets kind of narrative. Now, I know if you're newer to crypto, this might be a little bit overwhelming. But guys, literally, as we talk, you are watching over my shoulder do this, okay? I haven't seen this project before, okay? I'm just going through the motions of how I research different projects. Does this look like one that I might invest in? Absolutely. Am I invested right now? Not yet, okay? Maybe I could go through, I could find out more about their team. And look, we can go down below. Angel investors, who's invested in them? Founder of Eigenlayer, some pretty big names. Andrew Kang, okay, partner of Mechanism Capital. These are some of the biggest names in crypto. And these are all the advisors underneath, okay? This is almost a definite one that's going to get listed on Binance and Coinbase at some point coming soon. Go and find out more about it, okay, if you want. Find out whether you want to be interested in this or not, okay? This is quite cool. Now, if you look at the price action on Puffer, there's a very key, obvious area of resistance that we're seeing here. I would say, to be honest, there is still value to be had anywhere under this line. You can see it had a good launch, then kind of sold off like many of crypto projects have been doing up until like currently. They have basically these big sell-offs straight away. You can see it's now come back. It's found this kind of base area of support down here. It's forming this big double bottom. I would be very unsurprised if it breaks this area soon, maybe comes back to retest it and shoots up like that. Somewhere under this line is very good value, in my opinion, if this is a project that you want to be looking at. This is purely looking at price action. Okay, just looking at the price action, Puffer doesn't look too bad. Now, in terms of like price predictions, a lot of the projects that are already on Binance have hundreds of millions of dollar market cap pluses, okay? Now, that's usually because once it goes live on Binance, this is going to 2-3x at least, okay? It's $37 million right now, which is absolutely tiny considering it's got $9 billion worth of money locked up in it. Ludicrous, okay? This, in terms of market cap, we can compare it to other projects out there like Jito, which you can see sits here with like a $495 million market cap. This is an equivalent platform on Solana. Okay, there's more money locked up in the Ethereum network. And this is what, like 10, 11x bigger than Puffer Finance right now. Okay, and that's at this stage of the market. Jito will be worth much more than it is now in the future, probably 5x during this bull market, 10x maybe. And does that mean that Puffer Finance actually has more like a 50 to maybe even 100x in it with this kind of potential growth in front of it? Who knows, okay? But getting in before it goes live on Binance is the best way to realize those X's. But let's not just focus on Puffer Finance, okay? Come back to Drops tab, and then let's have a look down below at what else we got on the volume. Remember, search by volume each time. Next up, Heroes of Mavia. Now, I have heard of this project. This is a gaming token, and it's number 59 in gaming. Now, gaming has been a little bit quiet recently, but remember, retail investors are coming back into the markets. Retail investors love stuff that they already understand, and it's easier to understand. I'm a retail investor too. Okay, it's much easier for me to understand gaming projects and why they might be successful, and AI projects, and all these like bright pictures and nice colors and games and stuff that get me interested. Whereas like restaking platforms and all of these other things might be a little bit more complex and something that maybe I'm not so interested in. And this is very key. It means I might not want to invest in those. So I'm going to look after the ones I can find. Now here's a Mavia. Looking down below, we can see how it's been performing against some of the other well-known games and gaming kind of platforms out there. Sand is having a great day, up 33%. Mana Decentraland up 5% today. IMX starting to wake up. Now here is a Mavia, again, fits the narrative bill. Gaming, very important. Come down below, who's it sponsored by or who invested in it? Binance Labs, of course. You got Merit Circle, okay? You got Merit Circle, Hashkey, a bunch of other monsters in here, okay? Delphi Digital, these are tier 1. It's so difficult to get tier 1 funding if you are a crypto project, so it's a really, really big deal. Again, jump across to Twitter, you can see massive following, 430,000. Put in their Twitter score, you can see a bit of an older project, but still showing kind of good Twitter score growth, okay? The actual followers have sort of dipped a little bit, but again, you can see followed by a lot of different influencers, Pentoshi, Andrew Kang. Okay, these are people who are going to be able to get the prices pumping for Heroes of Mavia. Now, Heroes of Mavia, $75 million market cap, which is pretty tiny when you compare it to other big games out there. Because in the last top of the bull market, Axie Infinity, one of the most successful games, did $9.7 billion, which is more than 100x. Now, I'm not saying this project can do 100x or not. I don't know. Okay, right now, I'm just sort of speculating on it. We haven't even found out what it is. Click on the website. We can see again that this is a video game. Okay, from my perspective right now, it looks pretty strong. Like, you can see good graphics and stuff like that. Now, I know people are like, oh, well, I'm really into gaming and there's other kind of good gaming projects and things out there. Again, I'm not telling you to buy these. I'm telling you to shortlist. I've just shortlisted all of the projects that might list on Binance so that we don't have to listen to some random bloke going, this coin's definitely going to list on Binance next, when he hasn't got the faintest idea whether it's going to list or not. I've showed you the highest probability coins that could list on Binance next, and maybe Coinbase as well. And now, instead of looking at all the other gaming projects, you've now got one gaming project, which might be a really, really decent one. We've got one really, really decent restaking platform. Okay, so go and find out in more depth. After I talked about this, go and download the game. Play the game. I don't know if you play games or not, but we've all probably played video games at some point in our life. Okay, so find out what it looks like from this perspective, whether or not it has active users playing the game, obviously backed by all the right people. Heroes of Mavia, you can see pretty cool like graphics and things like that. And these little like kind of video games, especially if they're available on like mobile phones, are absolutely potentially huge. In fact, even bigger potentially by being on phones. It looks kind of like Clash of the Clans. Maybe it's part of Clash of the Clans community, I'm not sure. And that has the ability to reach way more people around the world. Why? Because not everyone has a laptop. Many people out there now, even in developing countries, have access to a mobile phone. And they're playing mobile phones on their lunch break or in the evenings, playing play-to-earn games. And this is where you're getting like mass adoption coming in. Video games, such an obvious one. Video games on phones that are about to list on Binance with $74 million market caps. No brainer. Download the game, play it, see if you like it. Go and learn more about the team, and maybe this might be one you want to invest in. Now, at the moment, Mavia is actually available on perpetual trading on Binance, but it's not available on spot trading. Spot trading is really where you see the biggest growth come from in terms of when it launches that can happen. For those of you who don't know what's the difference between perpetuals and spot, perpetuals is basically futures trading, okay? Whereas spot trading is basically buying and owning the asset. You buy one for one. So if you've got $1 and the coin costs $1, you can buy $1 worth. If you're trading perpetuals, you can get like $1 and do like a 10x, and then that's futures, but you're borrowing money from the platform. It's not as beneficial for projects if it's just perpetual futures. Now, from a chart perspective, is Mavia a decent entry right now? Again, you can see significant pullbacks ever since March, where the market was looking pretty hot. Okay, lots of projects did really well in March. You then see lots of cooling off happen. Mavia now puts in this kind of base here, right? You can see these like tops that have come in across the top, and you can see that we have now got this kind of rounded base coming in here, okay? Now, very key to look out for. You can do this for every crypto project. Look, this was Dogecoin, a meme coin. It fell down like this. It made the rounded base. It breaks out and then it shoots up. Use this chart pattern for every crypto project pretty much that's been around since March, and you won't go too far wrong. Mavia right now, you can see is literally tipping its head outside of here. It's coming back from a retest of this line somewhere around here. 1.8. In terms of just simply looking at the price action right now, that is genuinely a perfect entry, okay? I'm not telling you to buy it. Go and do research on it. I don't personally hold this. I don't personally hold the other one, but there's a good chance I might by the end of the day if I've had more time to do some research. Now, guys, if you are only trading on Coinbase and Binance and you want to be able to buy coins like this with much smaller market caps with significantly lower fees than you're going to ever pay on Binance or whatever, and as well without having to use KYC, then 100% I recommend you trade on Bitunix. It's the exchange that I use every single day. It's linked down below. I'm literally going to go and send a message to the Bitunix team right now to go and list Puffer as well as Mavia. And if you want coins listed on Bitunix, because it's the exchange you're now using, then make sure you write down below which coins you want me to go and get listed on Bitunix, and I'll do my best for the team to list them. They're usually pretty good, so make sure you get involved on that. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Something a bit different for some of you if you're newer to crypto. Make sure you start to continue upgrading your skills. The better you become in this bull market, you're going to make way more money, and it's such a worthwhile investment to learn these skills, because not only can you make more money in this bull market, but by the next bull market, you're going to be an absolute ninja. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow in another video. Bye-bye.